Hi guys, how are you? Today I want to talk about why I don't believe in the traditional sense of sharing. When I was growing up, if I had been playing with something, well, that's really bright. If I had been playing with something and someone wanted to play with it, it was then their turn. But that's not what happens in the real world. In the real world, what happens is if I'm using something and someone wants a turn, they have to wait until I'm done. And that's the kind of thing that I think we should be teaching our child, because we are preparing them, after all, for adulthood. And being the second child that wants the toy, it also teaches them patience. So I do believe in sharing, but I believe in sharing after you've finished with something. I also believe in the fact that there are always going to be toys that our kids don't want to share, and that should be up to them. Before someone comes over to our house, I'll always say to Alaska, what don't you want to share? What do you want to put away? If I know that there's toys that she really loves, I'll make sure that they are put away, even if she doesn't say that. It's just sort of like we have our phone and we have our wallets and our cars. We don't share those things. And I know you think, well, there's a difference between a $5 toy and a $2,000, $3,000 car. As an adult, we see the difference. As a child, those things are still really important to them. Their favorite toy is just as important, if not more important, than our personal belongings as adults. And the fact that we can respect that, if we can respect that, then it makes life easier for us, and it gives our children a kind of small sense of control and power. Our kids' lives are so controlled by us. They don't get to pick much. If you do mainstream parenting, your child doesn't get a lot of choices. They don't get to pick what they wear, where they go, who they see. They don't get to, there's a lot of stuff that they have to give up control over. That is why when your child has a meltdown about what plate their dinner is served on, that is why, because they don't get any control over anything else. So the little small things that they can have a bit of control with are really, really important to them. And if we can actually respect that and go with that, it will make life so much easier. We have to realize that if we can give our kids choices over their life as often as possible, that means in the really serious moments and the things that are really important, they will be less likely to get frustrated over it, because they've had time to be free. They've had time to make choices. They've been given options. They got to have the red plate instead of the blue plate. They didn't have to share the toys that they love the most with their friends. And these are really tiny sacrifices in our lives that make a huge difference in our kids. So if we can all learn to just really trust our children and give them as much love and respect as possible, then they can grow up feeling that love and respect, and they'll pass that on. And that's the other thing that giving our children choices does, is we help our children learn to make decisions. It's only been in the last year or two that I have learned to make my own decisions, and it's been a really tough process to figure out what I want, what I like, and what I'm willing to put up with. And if we can teach our kids this from a really young age, it will serve them so well into adulthood. That's all I have to say on that subject. Yeah, hope you enjoyed it. Bye.